Welcome to our channel Rhythm of Life. Let's see what's special for the day. Today we'll see how to make compost just from kitchen waste and dried leaves. This method is so easy that even beginners can follow it. If you like my video, then subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and share it with your friends. Before we see how to compost, let's see why everyone should compost. Nature provides us food, and the kitchen waste generated from it, if composted and returned back to nature, then the cycle goes on continuously. Then our duty will be fulfilled. It's not necessary that people who grow plants at home only should compost. If you don't have any plants, then just throw your compost around your neighbor's trees. Your duty will be done. If composting is done, then the amount of garbage dumped out from each house will be reduced. To begin composting, it's very important to segregate the kitchen waste like this. It's better that we compost every day's waste that day itself. I have some puja flowers, fruit peels, tea powder, and vegetable waste. Greens, which are nitrogen sources, and browns, which are carbon sources. When both are put together in proper ratio will give you compost. Let's see what are some green sources. Fruits and veggies waste, tea powder, coffee grounds, eggshells, human hairs, rice, rotis, biscuits come under this category. Meat and fish waste should be composted differently, which I'll be showing in another video. Some browns which you can use are dried leaves and naturally processed sawdust. Some people also add newspaper and cardboard, but these are chemically processed and may contain some toxic chemicals, so I don't prefer this. Then what all should not be added are curries, gravies, oil and dairy products, then diseased plants and leaves, seeds of some fruits like mangoes, dates, then peanut shells, coconut shells should not be added. This is a common earthen pot which is used for planting purposes. You can also use any earthen pot or container. If you don't have any of this, you can just use a plastic container with few holes drilled on it. Just add the kitchen waste which have been segregated. Now add some buttermilk to enhance the growth of microbes in it. Instead of this, you can also add a handful of soil or even store-bought compost. Only on the first day it has to be added. Now mix it nicely. These kitchen waste are greens or nitrogen sources. Now add some dried leaves on top to cover them. It's very important that the kitchen waste are always covered with dried leaves, otherwise it will attract flies and insects. So just remember, dried leaves always on top. The ratio of greens is to browns should be 1:1. That is, if you add a handful of kitchen waste, then add a handful of dried leaves. I follow this ratio. If suppose too much of browns are added, the compost will become dry and the composting will slow down. And if too much of greens are added, then it will become very moist and it will start stinking. People follow different ratios. I follow this and it works for me. Just see if this works for you as well. Now cover this and keep it in a nice and shady place. Make sure that it's protected from rainwater. If you live in a flat, you can just keep this in your kitchen utility or your balcony. Now it's the second day. Let's see how to add the kitchen waste. Since we have covered them with the dry leaves, there'll not be much flies around. Now put the kitchen waste which you have segregated and kept. Now you have to mix it very thoroughly. Every day when you mix it, see to it that you mix it thoroughly from the bottom. Now again cover it with the dried leaves. Four main components which are important for composting are: first one, the organic matter, which are our greens and browns, then oxygen, moisture, and microbes. Mixing every day ensures that the organic matter is aerated nicely. Then comes the moisture. If it is too moist, it will start stinking. And if the moisture is very less, it will slow down the composting process. There's a beautiful neem tree just in front of our home, and this acts as a good source of dried leaves for me every day. Follow the same steps till it gets filled up till the top. Just leave some headspace so that it's easier to mix. Let's see after it's filled up. It's full now. Once it is full, you need not mix it every day. Just mix once in 4 to 5 days. Whenever you mix, and if you feel that it's too dry, just sprinkle some water. It should be always moist. Now we can see that the pot is full, but once the composting begins, the volume begins to reduce. I always prefer to use earthenware than plastic containers for composting. Earthenwares can absorb excess moisture. And remember, when there is excess moisture, two issues may arise. First is worms might come, and second is it will start to stink. This might be a problem if you use plastic containers, but the chances of worms in earthen pots is very less. So if you are a beginner, just start with an earthen pot. Moreover, the microporous structure of earthenwares provide better aeration. Cover it now. Mix it once in 5 days and your compost will be ready after 30 days. I maintain 2 pots for composting. Based on your necessity, you can maintain 2 to 3 pots so that you get continuous supply of compost. So you need not buy store-bought compost. The cycle goes on like this. I have another pot which was filled 15 days before. Let's see how the composting process is going on. We'll check it again after 15 more days. This is the second pot which I filled just before 7 days. And this one is 30 days old compost. There are few characteristics of compost. It should have crumbly soil like texture. It smells like soil and it will be dark in color like this. And the original organic matter that we added should not be recognizable at all. Then the volume of the compost reduces by 1/4. Let's see how to use this. We need to sieve it now. Take a basket with pores like this. Put your compost into it and start sieving. If you don't have any potted plants and if you're going to throw it around any trees, then no need to sieve it. These stuffs are to be composted little more. So I'm going to dump it in another pot in which the composting is in process. Similarly, sieve the remaining compost also. If you want to use this for your plants, then take a handful of this and throw it around your plants once in 10 days. Our easy to make homemade compost is ready.